We take a more holistic look. Yes, we cover each of the disciplines, and yes, we cover the core concepts. So students have to learn about those things, but we try and bring them back together where it's very logical for them to come together. Because when you're running a business, even as a middle-level management person or as a business analyst, which our students will graduate as, ready to compete for a business analyst job, you have to see the whole picture. Yes, you're going to deal with the parts, but you've got to see the whole picture. For example, in the summer term, students engage a case study. They learn how to do case study. And in doing that case study, they have to look at what's going on with the accounting for this company. They have to look at what's going on with customers and markets. They have to look at the legal form of this organization and some of the issues that are happening to it because of some of the laws that are being passed. And all of this is about an organization that's trying to go green, that's trying to promote Eat Local, that's trying to do well by its employees, trying to behave as a responsible organization. We learn in this program differently than the typical undergraduate class. In the vein of our program being more like work and less like school and making this transition to professional lives, we treat learning the basic conceptual material as being something done outside of class. Fancy that. You read a book and you learn. You do an online module and you learn. You demonstrate that you've learned the basic concepts by reading and online activities and videos and those kinds of things. You take a quiz. And then you say, oh, I'm ready to tackle a problem. And we've given you a problem that you may not know how to answer. Well, problem-based learning is the theme for our program, and part of problem-based learning is about, wow, I have a challenging and meaningful problem here, but I'm a smart person and I can figure out how to approach it. So the first thing is, where could I find a resource to help me approach this problem, to find out how to tackle it, and what to bring to bear on this problem? We provide coaching, we provide resources, we point people to tackling these problems, and then we get together in a class session and we start to tackle these problems, whether it's a case study, whether it's something between a homework problem and an integrative business case study. And then we transition to live case projects. We do a systems analysis in the summer. We do an industry analysis and outlook in the fall. So students get a concept for what's going on in a major industry, particularly an industry that has implications for human flourishing. And they all do, but last year, we just did, this last fall, we did the biotech industry and we did solar energy. Fabulous projects, and students get a sense of where those industries are headed and why, where they need to head, who are the leading players, what's likely to happen to those leading players. And they view those industries through the eyes of a particular player in the industry to see what will happen to that particular player. And what would it take to move ahead in those industries. In the winter, they design a social venture, participate in the social venture business plan competition we have here at SPU. So we have these integrating projects layered on top of readings, homework, quizzes, in-class problem discussion, in-class case discussions, these integrative projects, and they all roll up into this integrative, culminating project of a practicum. It's like an internship, but it's like an internship on steroids, because teams work on a strategic project for an organization, so it's not like your typical undergraduate internship. We call it a practicum. It's a live case consulting project. We've got a team working on a strategic business analysis for the revenue generating activities of a major not-for-profit organization. This organization does great social work, and they run a light manufacturing and assembly business instead of going out and soliciting donations. They run a business to provide the funds to do the social work. And our team is helping the management of the business arm discern whether or not there are signs pointing to good things on the horizon or difficulties on the horizon, and how we can navigate through those waters so we can, so that our organization can continue. I say we because we're partners. How that organization can continue to produce revenues through these activities with customers who are demanding customers, so they can fund those social service activities. We've got another group that's helping do strategic business analysis of an organization that's already got a strong commitment to corporate social responsibility, but they want to extend that corporate social responsibility commitment across the whole organization and make it's part of the quote-unquote DNA of the organization, but they want it to really show through the whole organization. And we have a team that's helping them figure out how to do that. That's a great culminating project.
One of the things I'd love future students to know is the radically different styles of learning you get to partake in this 11-month program. I mean, if you think about it, there's at least 5 different styles of learning that you're gaining. Starting off with the summer and being thrown into some online learning environments where you got to kind of produce yourself and self-manage your time and learn content on your own. So you got this kind of online learning component. Then we'd launch into a boot camp where we're together, living together for 24 hours for almost a week. Okay? Different dynamics happen there, different learning things happen there. Then we move on to what you might think is the traditional classroom setting, because Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays of fall quarter, we're in the classroom, but more of an integrated and case approach, and I think you'll hear more from another professor on that. And then off to the study abroad, no break, right? We go straight from our boot camp. You know, you've done summer online learning to boot camp to a 10-week quarter to a study abroad. You get a rest during Christmas. And then, after that study abroad experience that I've explained, you come back to school, but there's a large focus on this social venture plan competition. And so you're actually building a business plan, and the more of your education is going into that than into a classroom experience. And then finally, in the spring quarter, you're on campus a day of the week, but where are you? You're actually working in business, in some kind of business practicum. You're placed with your team to do real projects for real businesses. So I want you to know, in 11 months, you're going to get quite a flavor of different styles of learning. And I think it's exciting for anyone who's interested in this subject.
When I talk to people about this program, I say it's a degree in business analysis and business integration taught through ambiguity. We're not given, we don't spend hours in lectures, and we're not given assignments to complete every day on our own. Instead, most of our work is done in groups, which is really challenging but really rewarding, and you learn a lot. You learn how 4 different people, for example, can approach the same black and white question and get to the same black and white solution through 4 different paths. And that in and of itself has really given me a marketable skill beyond those that I'm competing with.